Okay. All right, just kind of waiting here. 15 minutes or so. I think we do have 10 a.m. news today, don't we? Yeah, we do. PMI. Not necessarily a no trade window before then because of NFP already happening, but do have to be mindful of it. All right. Failed 2 on the 5. I'm taking a short here at 69, 10-point stop. Filled on the 10-point trim. 69. Nice. Failed 2 was the play there. The reason for the play, I should say. 20 points there. Hard stop loss break even. Looking to put on another short if we can get a 2 down here. All right, stopped out at break even. Quickie. I do want to get better at looking at options across the board, especially on Friday. Friday will be a good day for them. $2.30 left on this 15-minute candle. Apple bloody candle in the 5. Mario said, "Hey, thanks for talking me through yesterday. I was just losing my mind of how stupid I was not sticking to my loss rules. I thought I was better than that and getting back in the saddle today." Hey man, it's bad days happen all the time. And as you progress in this field and make this into a career, you'll those bad days will feel less bad. But man, I remember my early on days, and even last year a losing day would have felt a lot worse than it did yesterday. Um, maybe I was a bad example for anybody who looks to follow me, which as always I don't recommend you follow me to a T, but um, you know, I went against my 3 loss limit, which would have helped you yesterday. So in the future, if you ever hit 3 losses in a row, um, then it might not be a bad idea to step away. For me yesterday, I hit 3 in a row, but they were all, failed twos or outside bars. Those are just statistical stop losses. The 3 stop rule for me is to help me not get into an emotional roller coaster or snowball. Um, so I felt in control yesterday, ended up a little bit positive after my afternoon scalping, which also is against my rules. Um, but I had six, six winners, 6 losers. So the one on our account was pretty much break even, and then trims were positive. But yeah, no problem at all. Like I said, this field can have a lot of similarities to gambling, especially emotionally. But this is not gambling. We know that we have a statistical edge, and for me, that's 75+% of the time. If I enter a trade, I know 75% of the time it's going to win, and I wouldn't consider that gambling at all. But some of the similarities are, you might feel like throwing in the towel, and I compared that to Max Homa and his career, and if he threw in the towel a couple years ago while he was working out the kinks, he wouldn't be where he was today. So happy you're choosing to stick around for now, but also recognize that if you do need a mental break, it's not the worst thing in the world. And also, if you need like a backup plan, then that's also a good way to increase your trading. But glad I could be of some help yesterday. Yesterday was a tough day. There's another professional trader that I trade with, um, and have for well now multiple years. Um, and he had a red day yesterday, and same kind of thing. Just didn't have a great feel. Wasn't great price action. Today's price action already looks better. So like I said yesterday, it's all about surviving until the next trend day. That's kind of what I've found out in my trading is it's all get those mediocre days, just find some green, and then when the trend day comes, just pounce on it. And that's another big benefit of Top Step is there's no consistency rule. Now that doesn't mean you go around and go gamble your account, but if you find a trend day, you can milk that trend day for as much as you want. There's no 30% consistency rule, so all good things. Looking to go long here off this inside bar on the one. See if we hold here. 47. All right, I'm in long 85.25. 10-point stop. Looks like it's reaching for that fair value gap. Might extend this to 20. I'm extending this to 20. It's moving the stops to 65.25. $20 points makes sure that this is a double top, and if it hits my stop, it's probably changing character, in which case I'll go short for a high risk to reward trade. Ooh, I don't like that wick above. Got to push through here. Don't like that wick above the previous high. Finger is on the trigger. Might go stop loss break even here just to remove the risk. I don't want to trim at 10 points at the high, although it would have hit. The 10-point trim would have hit. 10-point stop would not have hit. But that's okay. I feel better in a 20-point stop right now. I'm going to go stop loss break even. Crazy wicks here. Jason said yesterday was tough, but it helps to get rid of the emotion, especially during / after a loss and not revenge trade. Also true. Yep. When it's not wintertime here, I have Sometimes I have the rule take a loss, take a walk. That is especially true if you find yourself getting emotional after a loss. All right, stop to break even. Seven minutes until news. Might have to wait for that. Might have to. Oh, are we gonna 3-bar after? Yeah, you got my liquidity. Five minutes until we got those numbers. Mario, can you explain the 1R account? Is that taking, which I am guessing is the Expo 100 channel? Is that just the ad trades, or does that include? Yeah, no. It includes the main trade. I just don't include the main trade in that channel because then it would clutter it up because I'd have to include the trims as well, and then you wouldn't be able to see just the 1R trades like the extras. So the channel is just the extras, but the 1R account or thought process is for every trade, taking it off at 1R and um, stop loss or TP 1R. This week the 1R account is at about 6R, not including the break even trades, so somewhere around 5.5R or so. So like on a day like the 3rd, I grabbed 9R, so probably around 4 or 5R on the day. Well, no, the 7R trade was probably about 4R, so maybe 5 or 6R on the day. With the ads, I grabbed 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5R. So on a trend day, it's going to be about the same, but on a day where it's just chopping around, I'll make more in my 1R account since I'm taking a full profit off of 1R. So like yesterday, I was break even, but after trims, I was lucky I had over a 2R trade because that got me break even plus a little, but more often than not, the 1R account on a choppy day does better. We're respecting this fair value gap on the 15. If news allows, I'd like to go short. All right, I'm going short 66.75, 10-point stop. Going to try to be stop loss break even before news. That's a bad idea. I'm getting out of it. I don't think this 5-minute candle is going to end with no lower wick. I thought I had one more minute. Oh, and that might be wrong. All right, gonna drink BRB. All right, 20 seconds till news. Make sure you're in trades you want to be in and out of trades you do not want to be in. So that 15 did close in the fair value gap, but obviously if we break high a day, no reason to be looking short. Coming up on 16,500. Looking to get in long if we can get back over that too. I'm in at 475 or 4.75, 20-point stop. That's nice. Do not want to see a retrace here. I want to see a 2 up immediately, and I don't want to be in it if it's not. There's the 2 up. There's 1R. 20 points. All right, I want to look at options here. Is anything not broken out? Amazon looks good. There's 40 points looks like. Looking at maybe a 2-1-2 up here on the 5 or on the 1 minute. Holy smokes. Oh, that's Dixie. Switch that back to oil. But gold, wow. See if this comes back down, but I did get in an extra entry at that 1 minute high, and it's about to get filled on the 10 pointer. About 5 points up right now. Just looking at options. My apologies. It's coming back down a little bit. Oopsies. I didn't quite reach. I'm going to close, break even. It was literally, my trim was 55. I was 1 point away. Unlucky. Ooh, fair value gap here, 15. Is Nick in here? Might be working today. Oh, Nick, you are in here. Are you in anything, Nick? Overlap and fair value gaps here.
Failed 2 on the 5 so far. Might be time to go short. At least for a retrace. Could be better to just wait for a long again, though. I'm in long 50 flat for a 10-point extra. 1R club. 16, 550. There's a 50-point trim. Three minutes left on this fiver. Still hanging on to this extra. It technically hit stops, but my stops were still at the 20-point bracket. And I chose to hold through that little bit of drawdown. Would have closed at a 2 down here, but back to break even. You can also re-add if you want to. 5 still failed 2, sitting at this fair value gap. A little sketchy, but if it goes, it's going to go. Hard stops are set at that low there at the 2. So I just got stopped, I'm sure. Yep, stopped out. All good. I'm actually kind of interested to go short here. We've stagnated right at that 50 level. See how ES is doing here. ES is a failed. It's now an outside bar. Dixie is curling up. Gonna probably take some Apple shorts. This around. Not sure if it's a great idea, but I am short 38.25, 10-point stops on the 1 hour club. Oh, 3.8. Whoops. Oh, it just hit 1 hour, but I'll still get the alert out for transparency's sake. I think that it could be reaching for a retrace, so that's why I'm still in the longs on my trim account. If it closes under this fair value gap here, I'm probably going to hop out of the trim account. My Apple puts that I never ended up sending are up 34%. That's unfortunate. Hard to say. Feel like it could be a flip. Need to make a new one of these. Duplicate. Go over here and tie there. I've got stops at 1575. And I'm going to take that. I was going to do a sell stop. Well, actually, I might still. So, yeah, this 1 minute reacts to that fair value gap. All right, I'm putting a sell stop at 1575 with a 10-point stop. So that just got filled. I'm out of the trim account. And the short just got alerted. 15.5 is my fill. I said 75, it's 0.5. If this doesn't start going, I'll move it back to 20 points. Just not sure how much of this fair value gap it wants to close on the 5. So I'm going to adjust it to 20. ES has not gone failed yet. And Dixie is curling back down. Might. Well, it's already close to stop loss, so I'll just let it run for now. Fair value gap is what I'm planning on holding us down. But we'll see. Failed 2. I could start going long again, though. Just expected this fair value gap to hold us down and ultimately go short for a retrace. We haven't had a healthy retrace yet. But I did get stopped out. Short. right. Well, in 30 seconds, I'm going to be looking for a long. Inside bar still on the 15. How far is this? Gonna have to do a 20-point stop, I think. All right, I'm long 45.25, 20-point stop. Also gonna grab some Q calls. Whoa, are we at 400? We are. That's insane. Get this moved up. 45, 25. Why did I say trim? Meta looks like Microsoft looks like a breakout here. But it looks like I found myself a failed 2. Two reversal back into the daily continuity. That's a word. All right. Sending Microsoft, and I just entered Tesla as well. Microsoft and Tesla look good. Q's might need a DCA. We'll see. Down 15%. Would like to not end in a failed 2 though. Closing at half hour. So I'm going to hold on to the Qs just because I think we're going for a little deeper retrace here, if anything. And I'll DCA if we go down there, but I am out of NQ. Looking long again for an outside bar. In at 46.75, 10 points. Three two on the 1 minute. Inside bar close on the 15. If that goes 2 up, it's going for a while. Only tricky part is we're at 15 or 16,550. Need to get to 57.25 for my trim. Well, technically 56.75, but 2 tick difference for me. I add 2 ticks to avoid wick outs on my stop loss. $46.75. There's the 1 hour trim. Oopsies. Microsoft trims at 0.5. It got up to 0.5. I didn't get that. 0.47 I'd be okay with. Coming back up. There's 50 cents. Adding buy stops. I'm in right now, 55.75 on extras.
New high a day here. 0.50 trim on Qs. Two one two up on the 15. Could possibly look to close here if it goes two down. Would like to see this go just two up. There we go. There's a two up. Closing Tesla break even, maybe. Let me look at it. It's just back at break even. One R hit on extras. Wickton. 0.57 trim on the Qs. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla looks okay. I'd like to see it go a little higher. Just not moving a ton on Tesla. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, it's not going to let me. That sucks. Hopefully it fixes itself here. I just closed one of my tabs that has it all. Well, it's not too hard actually. I noticed that you put the fair value gap at the top and bottom of the wicks. Is it generally better that using the top and bottom of the candle bodies? Now, how I've always used fair value gaps is the wicks, because wicks tell you how far price went, right? So the body doesn't. The body only tells you one thing. It only tells you where it opened, or I guess two things: where it opened and where it closed. But the candle wicks tell you everything: where it went, how far it went, and most importantly, where it stopped. So no, I think I would stick to the wicks. I assume you mean the candle body of the one that got what's going on here? The one that, like, the two candle in the middle of the three candles. I assume that's what you mean. Yeah, I don't think it works. I don't know. So this is like kind of just me speculating, but I don't think it would work the same way.
I need to go back to this. Did I alert the 2R trim? I don't think I did. Okay, I gotta alert that. All right, all out of options. All right, I'm gonna go long 55s. 10 points. This is for extras. Trims are still in. I think. No, I got out of trims, didn't I? I guess I can just look at my broker. What am I doing? No, I'm still in trims. What is this? Or entry. Q long 6555. 10 points. 212 up is the reason for that. We are a failed 2 on the 5. It's not going to close for another minute and a half, so that's not a huge indicator, but could be good. Failed 2 on the 5 here. Like to see this one bar go outside, which it could right here if it wants to. Just went outside. 65 is the trim. Just got filled on that. Nice. TP hit. I'm going to go long Qs again, I think. Tesla's starting to break again. Let's see if it looks better now. It does. Man, gold looks like a nice short, I'll tell you. I have to add it in. Strat FTC 2.0. Okay, we're at 4 failed 3 or failed 2s in a row. All right, I'm going short gold 64.4. Oops, I am so used to typing NQ. Might go 2-point stops. Add in sized for 5. Gonna go 5 points. So that puts me at 69.9. 59, 4, 69, 4. And I got stopped out. On NQ, options are down 30%. Thinking of getting out of gold. Break even. I'm doing it. That 5-minute candle is not a very big one. It's probably going to break now, but I don't like that 5-minute candle. It's too tiny. We have huge candles here. And then we have a tiny one right here, right out of fair value gap. And doesn't make me feel all warm and fuzzy. Averaging on Tesla, contracts are down 30%, but price hasn't really moved. So I think this is a discount. Price is now at 30, or price is at, my cons are at 34 cents average. part of the reason why I got out of gold too was so Dixie is the underlying that's going to move all these markets. When Dixie goes down, loses value, it means it's the market is going risk on, so they're going to take NQ as well. Dixie and gold generally, when people are scared of investing into the dollar, they'll invest into gold. So as you can see, these charts are kind of inverse. So as Dixie's going down, pushing NQ higher, I'm expecting gold to go higher as well. Now, with that said, these are, it'd be up about 50% right now, but price action was not appealing to me. And we're kind of chopping here at the top. Might not make another trade. All right, 10, 20. 10, 10, 20, 50, 20 minus 20, 20 minus 10. 10, 20. I just got a DM from someone that said I made $300 from the gold trade. Oh man. Funny, funny. All right, what are we sitting at? Almost 11. Closing cash. What do I want to do with Qs? See if it goes two up.
Alrighty, I'm gonna shut it down. Still in Qs and Tesla, not in NQ, not in any futures right now. Futures today, 1 hour club or 100% club, should be up around 3.5 hour. I had 2.5 losers and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 winners. Future, like the actual futures. So I had an extra loser from the 1 hour club. So the main trades were 2R, 2.5 hour, 2R, -1 hour, -50. So overall, yesterday, obviously, really tough day. But with that said, still ending green on the week. Good Friday trading day for me. Usually don't trade Friday, so happy with how it ended. Hopefully, you guys all had a great week trading as well. And as I speak, NQ trims 0.57. But hopefully, you guys all had a great week. And I'll be back on, I think the market's open on regular trading days now. I don't think it's closed Monday. So I'll be back Monday. So I'll see you all there. And hope you all have a great weekend. If you're going to keep trading, use stop losses. Don't blow your account one trade. That's silly. I'll see you all here on Monday. Have a great weekend, guys.